Okay, so what is culture? Your culture is what represents you. So looking at this next slide, um, things around your home are things that you do on weekends or things that you may decorate your home with, plants, sculptures, bowls, listening to music and the types of music you listen to, flying kites with your family, and maybe at times even things that you do as part of your heritage can be culture if it's intertwined within your life. So let's look a little deeper because that might be confusing. So what is a cultural artifact or something that's part of your culture? It's something that speaks to you, describes you, or represents you. So it's how you celebrate or what you celebrate. Do you have large get-togethers? Do you celebrate quietly? What holidays do you celebrate? What things do you observe? It's meal times or sleeping patterns. So do your family all sit together for meal times at dinner, or do they eat at different times? Do they watch TV while they eat dinner? Do they maybe eat at a dinner table but the TV's still on? It's things like that. Those are all cultural family culture items. Sleeping. Do children have strict bedtimes, or are they allowed to go to bed when they're tired and that may be quite late at night? Or do they have a later bedtime, maybe 11 or 12 at night? Those are all different. It's hobbies or pastimes. Pets you may have, some people don't have them. It's how you live. It is not necessarily an heirloom, and it's not something that represents your race unless it's meaningful to you in your life and your home today. Some cultural artifacts will follow you throughout your life. So when I was a child, yard work or gardening would have been part of my culture because it's a huge part of my mom's culture. Now it is definitely not. I'd rather do housework than yard work for sure. So that is something that is not part of my culture anymore. So ways to bring culture into the classroom. So look at Goodwill or thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales. Family donations is probably one of the best ways. So asking families to bring things in, buying them, but as you know, we don't have a huge budget, so buying them is hard. And then thinking of other ways that you can do that on your own. So how does that apply to your assignment? So you have a cultural list that is due. So things like food wrappers could be your item. So what children eat at home would be the culture that it supports. And then how will you obtain it? So parents would bring empty packages in, clean them off, and then you use packing tape to close them. And that can be anywhere from children that eat like seaweed sticks, and you may not eat those at home, but they eat them at their home, and that's part of their culture, to cereal boxes, to canned food items, anything like that. Pine cones could represent anybody's culture that maybe go hiking or spend time outside or go camping or live by a forest. And you can just collect those from outside. And I suggest putting them in plastic bags or something for a while to kill any of the bugs or anything that may live in them before you put them in the classroom. Another one would be kites. Families that fly kites a lot. An easy way to do that would be to hang that in your classroom in a library corner. It shows a family that you value them, respect them. So the item would be a kite. The culture it supports or would be families that fly kites. How you obtain it could be a number of ways. And then if you wanted to add a fourth column, you could say that you wanted to put that over in your library corner. So some people like to add that fourth column about where they're going to put that in their classroom. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to support.